Hi, welcome to the Prague and Budapest educational visit for grade 8 to 10 that will run from the 6th to the 15th of March. Students will meet teachers on Tuesday the 6th of March at 10 a.m. at the Hong Kong International Airport. It's incredibly important that students are on time as we will have 47 students to check in and that will take some time. You must ensure that you have a passport and Hong Kong ID. The passport needs to have if the passport needs to have a visa, that passport that you bring has that visa, and you will meet us on aisle D. The luggage allowance is no more than 21 kg, and with you, you need to either have breakfast or bring a kosher breakfast with you before the flight. The flight will provide kosher meals, and we're going to fly from Hong Kong to Amsterdam, where we will transit, which we will then go to Prague. The educational visit is a creativity, activity, service, and culture educational visit. It helps develop experiential learning, and as it's a CAS visit, students will be expected to understand how the Jewish element travels around the world, how we can support different cultures from a Hong Kong side of things, and as a school, developing our own understanding and experience where students will be traveling, not with their parents, but as a group. We will be staying at the Hotel Ambiance from the 6th to the 10th of March. On the night of Shabbat, after Shabbat goes out, we will then take a train to Budapest, which will leave at 9 p.m. From the 11th to the 14th of March, we will be staying at the Novotel Centrum. Both hotels are incredibly safe. We have it all booked out, and all the details have been sorted by the teachers. The Budapest itinerary is really exciting, and for both cities there will be a service element. There'll also be a creativity element, and that element is not shared with you yet, as it's more of a surprise for the students to not look into it, which is exciting. But on the cultural side, there is a lot going on. With the service element, we will be working with the Jewish High School of Budapest and sharing ideas and understandings of what it's like to grow up and go to a Jewish day school. This will be really nice to see the exchange between our JS and IS students, as well as understanding what goes on in the school in Budapest. If you've traveled with Mr. Lebowitz and myself, Mr. Julian, you'll know that phones are only provided at certain times, and those times are definitely on board planes, trains, and during your free time. We will be giving phones out to students to use, or actually they use their own phones, but there is an expectation that throughout the actual educational visit, if someone is explaining something or you have to concentrate, that all phones and technology devices are away. If there is a misuse of technology, then we will then have to step in and reflect on what's been done, and students might be left without a phone during the time of the actual excursions, but we'll be giving the phone back to them to contact parents. And please bear in mind that the time difference between Hong Kong and Europe is about 6 hours, so we will look at a convenient time for students to call parents. Students are to respect each other throughout the educational visit and demonstrate the IB virtues, which are the learner profiles and ATLs, and the values that we instill in them as from a parent side of view, from a family side of view, as well as a school side of view, will be expected of them. All students are to stay in their groups that have been allocated to them, as we are expected to do a roll out, a roll count, every time we move, and it's important that the 47 students that are divided stay in their groups. As you all know, all educational visits are kosher. The hotel will provide breakfast, we will have a packed lunch, and for dinner we will go to a kosher restaurant. Anytime you have a free time out and you're with a group and with a teacher and you want to purchase something, it always has to be approved by Mr. Lebowitz and it will always be kosher. March is going to be pretty much the same as we have experienced right now in Hong Kong, cold. Ensure that you've got a wet jacket, jumper, scarf. If you're a JS student, you must wear a beanie or a hat at all times. For the boys, you are not going to have a chance to go out shopping if you're cold, but you are expected to pack according to the weather that you see online. You must dress smartly for Shabbat. So boys, smart trousers, shirts, and smart shoes. Girls, skirts, dresses, smart tops with sleeves and shoes. For those that are JS, they must bring a siddur. Everyone will be keeping Shabbat in the public area. For those students that are mixed as JS and IS students, you must understand that, and they will understand that, Shabbat is to be respected for all students, and that all students will participate in Shabbat. What we have already explained to students is it's extremely hard to get both Hungarian and Czech currencies. So it's better to bring euros or US dollars with you and exchange it as you go to each city. Electricity as well is another important factor, and to charge your phones, you need to bring an appropriate adapter. What to bring? As explained, it will still be cold, but everything that you bring, everything a student brings, is up to them to take care of. They must make sure that everything is packed away, that everything is accounted for. If you bring a mobile phone, that you lock it up in the safe if you want to lock it up in the safe, or that you have it on you. We do not recommend you bring a laptop or smart device such as an iPad or something else. In terms of money, we recommend that you bring nothing more than 700 Hong Kong dollars or equivalent, as again, you will be responsible for making sure that that stays safe. With communication throughout the educational visit, we will be using FlexiBuzz to update parents each day of a summary of how the day's gone by, as well as updating photos on Vidagami. FlexiBuzz is only locked to parents, and to keep the safety of us on as we are away and your children, please do not share the FlexiBuzz password to anyone else. Should you have any issues, please contact me, Mr. Julian, by email, and I will respond to you when I get a chance on the day, but also depending on the limitations to connections. If there is an utmost urgent inquiry or request that you need to really contact me, please do so via WhatsApp, as you can find on here my WhatsApp number, or Mr. Lebowitz, as again, you can find his WhatsApp number on here. We, as a team of staff, are here for your children 24 hours, and from that, we need to have everyone follow the rules and the code of conduct that we have explained to them. It is an educational visit, it's an experiential learning program, and we look forward to seeing your child develop throughout the whole visit. To connect to our educational visit page on FlexiBuzz, please either use your iPhone or Android phone and scan the QR code, and the password is BUDPRG2018. If you do that manually, you need to log on to FlexiBuzz. You need to type in the school, and from here you can then join one of the educational visit groups. We will use Vidagami to upload photos from the day, and to do that, you need to look at the QR code, and you will find a folder called ELSA Educational Visit with the educational visit photos being uploaded. Every student knows that Every morning they will register with the group leader. Students are to go to every activity as explained to them, and as we expect in a school day, students are to be there at all times, on time, and understand time management. With participating and risk taking, we understand that not all students are the same. With this bearing in mind, they need to speak to their teachers at all times and explain what the issue is. And we look to supporting them to overcome these challenges at all times, but we also look to supporting students emotionally if something does really mean that they can't take part in an activity. We expect, without saying, that the respect for all local areas, local people, and the synagogues, local destinations are always respected by all students, and there is to be no litter or disposal of anything unless done so in the right way. Finally, you'll be able to pick up your child, hopefully, on time from 11:50 in the morning at the Hong Kong airport at the arrivals gate. If you wish to meet your child at the IFC, or your child is to travel to the IFC, especially if they're in grade 8 or 9, please do let me know, Mr. Julian, by email or by WhatsApp. We look forward to having a good time and to sharing this time with your child. For now, have a lovely Chinese New Year, Kung Hei Fat Choi, and we look forward to seeing you after the holidays.